What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Nerdy Mark channel. I am Sid the Nerdy Mark, and these are my very, very quick thoughts on AEW and NXT this week. Now, I didn't get a chance to record it. I wanted to record it a little bit earlier. Again, things have been coming up every week. I know it's like a weekly occurrence for me, but you know, things have happened. You know, life happens. But really quick, I will have my takeover, who should and will win for Takeover Portland. It'll be with armbar audio, but it'll be like a pre-recorded review or predictions video. It'll probably be out either Friday night or Saturday morning / afternoon at the latest. So be on the lookout for that. So that's the biggest announcement that I have. I'll probably review Takeover Portland on this channel as well. We'll see, but you know, we'll get into that. But for now, let's kind of dive right in. I'm not gonna go match per match like I usually do. I'm gonna go ahead and just talk about you know what I kind of stuff that I liked, stuff that I didn't like. So beginning with AEW, I really did enjoy the first match between Paige and Kenny versus SCU. That was a really good match. I liked that a lot. The Dark Order promo was really good. It was interesting to see that Christopher Daniels left but never came back. That was kind of interesting. More signs pointing to Christopher Daniels possibly being the Exalted One, or maybe he's just a new member of the Dark Order. That's could be something, or it could just be a red herring. At the end of the day, it could be like a total red herring, and we could totally just have like something, someone totally different be the Exalted One. I mean, there's a lot of hints that it could be broken Matt Hardy, like I mentioned. I would be totally fine with that. So again, let me know who you think the Exalted One could be in the comment section below, because I would really like to know what are your thoughts on this whole matter. The Pac promo building up to their Iron Man match, both Kenny and Pac's Iron Man match, that was cool. I did like the match between Nyla Rose and Riho. I did think that the wrong person won. And first of all, I hear the controversy out there. I hear all this stuff, oh, she's a man and she shouldn't have won the women's title. That's not why, okay? I have no disrespect. I have no disdain towards, a transgender woman winning the women's title. I have nothing against that, honest to God. Nyla Rose is an extremely talented woman. She's awesome. I haven't been watching too much of AEW Dark, but I know that she's been killing it over there. But I think that I would have waited, if you were going to take the title off of Riho, I would have waited until Revolution, and I would have actually given the title to Hikaru Shida, because I think she's absolutely deserved it as well, because I've heard she's been doing good stuff on Dark as well. I would honestly have had either her or Chris Statlander be like the number one contender for the title. But, Nyla Rose has won it. Perhaps down the line we can see Chris Statlander versus Nyla Rose. That's a match I would like to see, actually. This is like a Hossette fest, I guess, as Jordan Grace calls herself. She calls herself a Hossette. Like that, it would be pretty cool. I did like the fact that they announced Jeff Cobb is part of AEW now. He's like the hired gun of Chris Jericho in the Inner Circle. So he's kind of like basically what Bret Hart was for the NWO, I guess, and kind of like an associate. But hey, I mean, I guess if Jericho's paying him enough, he's gonna stay with the Inner Circle and stay loyal to them. I guess he goes where the money goes. I also really liked MJF versus Jungle Boy Jack Perry. That was a good match. A lot of good matches throughout AEW Dark. Well, AEW Dynamite, I mean. Sorry, it's late. So those are some good stuff. That was some good stuff. As far as NXT is concerned, I would say that AEW definitely was this. Well, I'll get into that in a little bit. NXT, of course, Garza versus Rush. Though I'm surprised that Garza didn't win. But I kind of get it, because it would be heel versus heel. Garza's a heel, Jordan Devlin's a heel. Although, I think that Garza, I like him as a heel. He's a good heel. but he's going to be a fantastic babyface one day when they eventually turn him babyface. I think he's definitely a second coming of Eddie Guerrero. Because Eddie Guerrero, whether he was a heel or a face, he had that charm, he had that charisma, he had the people eating out of his hands, And Garza, I can see he's the same way. Like, honestly, he's interacting with the fans. Like, he's letting the girls kiss him, doing all that cool stuff. So I think Angel Garza would be really an interesting babyface down the line. But I love that match. That was good stuff between both men. I mean, they're both really good in the ring. I don't have to say much, but it should be cool seeing Rush versus Devlin. I believe it's going to be after Takeover Portland, which is a little bit disheartening because I would think that they would put it on the Takeover card because, hello, it's a title match. But hey, what do I know? Well, before that, I guess skipping back, the Roderick Strong versus Bronson Reed was a much better match than I thought it would be. So that was a pleasantly surprising thing there. I thought that the Velveteen Dream promo was really cool, which is kind of interesting because Velveteen Dream is basically employing heelish tactics, even though he's supposed to be the babyface and Strong is supposed to be the heel. And Strong basically, because obviously, Dream had on his tights a picture of himself, his Roddy's wife Marina and his son Troy. So that's kind of something that heels would do. Like Ravishing Rick Rude, he did that when he was feuding with Jake the Snake Roberts. Put Roberts' wife's face on his trunks, and I believe Roberts was the face and Rude was the heel. So surprisingly, Dream is putting out heelish tactics, but it was still good. I still like this whole build, and next week they're gonna have that match after Takeover, which is fine. See, that's okay because it's not a title match, but this, but still, the Cruiserweight match should have been on the card. Anyway, I did like the Johnny Gargano versus Cameron Grimes, also an interesting matchup. Thought it was kind of cool. Kushida versus Adam Cole, baby, was good. Of course, afterwards, Ciampa and Cole getting into it. Ciampa always just staring at Goldie. Apparently, in a WWE exclusive on WWE's YouTube, Ciampa did give Cole a fairy tale ending and raised up Goldie and held it in his hands like he used to. So hopefully, well, I'll talk about it in my predictions video. But overall, both pretty good shows. I think AEW definitely was a much better show. It had me a lot of intrigue there, especially also with a lot of these storylines progressing. The Moxley Jericho storyline with the introduction of Jeff Cobb, the MJF storyline, MJF Cody storyline, the whole who is the exalted one, that whole mystery, that's all going there. Meanwhile, they are focusing on the Takeover build for NXT. This was a good go-home show. Like, I'm still excited for Takeover. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, I love the vignettes for the Broserweights. They were wondering how they were going to get to Portland. First they're driving in a car, in a Mustang, and then that gets towed because both of them don't have license. Because Pete Dunne drove on the wrong side of the road, and both of them don't have driver's licenses. Then they were on a little swan paddle boat thing to think, and then they get into they sneak into a charter plane, which happens to be Triple H's. That was a lot of fun. It was really funny. If you didn't watch all those segments, I would consider definitely just going and watching those, because that was entertaining as hell. See, that was good stuff. It looks like that's something that Dunn and Riddle put together themselves. It actually looks like that, and I loved it. Maybe it was scripted by some writers, but it felt like those two did have a lot of creative control over that segment. So that was really awesome. I really liked that. But yeah, those were my quick thoughts on AEW and NXT. Again, look forward to my who should win versus who will win at Takeover Portland coming hopefully on Saturday, hopefully on Friday, if not, like I said, Saturday. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Let me know what you guys thought about AEW and NXT this week in the comment section below. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you for watching. This is signing off. You guys take care. Bye-bye.